Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Fantasy Football, and welcome to my video. On my previous video, I have left a comment saying that I am going to try my best to upload a video every day until game week 1. Now, game week 1 deadline is on a Saturday, right? And I am thinking to live stream. I know there's a lot of FPL managers out there is going to live stream. It's okay. That is completely fine. For me, I just want to live stream and basically talk to you guys on the final decisions. Right now, a lot of things are happening. Each day, we get something new. And today, I want to talk about a few transfers that has been made that is definitely going to help us out throughout the FPL season. Now, as for my team, the only things that I'm doing right now is just basically shifting the defense. And of course, if there's a really good transfer that comes around, then I might need to adjust my players here and there. But yeah, in today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about how my team will look like in game week 2, game week 3, and game week 4, and what my plans are. And so, you know, with these kind of plans, they might give you some kind of idea with your team. And I want to talk to you guys about a few transfers that has gone ahead, like Callum Wilson moving from Bournemouth to Newcastle. So hopefully all of this information will help. Yeah, I'm going to try my best to post a video every day until the game week 1 deadline. But looking at football right now, a lot of things are happening, and I want to give you guys the best options and the best strategies as best as I can. Okay. So let's have a look at Callum Wilson. He's back. Well, technically he's back because he was going to be playing in the Championship, but Newcastle has bought him, and now he's a Newcastle player. And as you can see, 6.5. I think if it was around 7.5, I would not want him in my team. But because he is 6.5, I think Callum Wilson could be one of the best options out there, because of that price tag. Look, he scored 8 goals, 6 assists last season, and the season before 14 goals and 12 assists. Now, he has to be taking the penalties for Newcastle. And Ryan Fraser as well. So let's just go to that Newcastle team. Now, if we go to Ryan Fraser, as you can see, 6 million and only 0.1% owned. And I don't think he is a better option than Callum Wilson or St. Maximin. I think for me, it's all about wait and see and how he can adapt into the Newcastle side. But for Callum Wilson, he should be playing up front, and you know, he should be the main guy, and Callum Wilson should be the one taking penalties. So I'm more interested in him than Ryan Fraser, but I think having more attacking options in the Newcastle side is definitely going to help them to score a lot more goals. One of the problems that Newcastle had last season is scoring a goal. And Fraser helping out Callum Wilson could be a good connection again with St. Maximin there. Yeah, I think this is a player that to watch out for. But I think Callum Wilson is the one to kind of definitely look into, maybe even bring into your team. The only problem with Callum Wilson right now is how many minutes has he had in the pre-season? Has he played? Has he trained? That's the question. Maybe he might not be ready for game week 1, but could be fine for game week 2, which has got a really good fixture. So it could be a wait and see from him as well. Well, maybe not wait and see. It's just wait for game week 1 to be over, then have him in your team if you're going to be wildcarding in game week 2. So these are the stats from Fantasy Football Hub. If you want to become a member, there will be a link in the description below, which you can have 25% off of a membership. So as you can see, like last season for Ryan Fraser, just did not work for him, right? But the year before, let's just go for the year before and how well they combined it together. And as you can see, 14 goals for Callum and 12 assists, and for Ryan Fraser, 7 goals and 12 assists. And this was a fantastic return. And I think that time Fraser was really cheap, and Callum Wilson as well. But for last season, the price went up for both of these players. Then the interest went away. Last season was just not the season for Ryan Fraser. That kind of hurt Callum Wilson's output. So, but this season, it could come back again, right? It could come back again. It could definitely will help Wilson to get more goals, to get more assists. I think we have to wait and see on that. But I think because Callum right now is 6.5, could be a very good option, guys. And if we look at like the fixtures for Newcastle, they are not too bad. I mean, as you can see, West Ham away and Brighton at home. These are very good fixtures for him to do well. Tottenham's going to be difficult, and a good fixture at home against Burnley. So, but because he is 6.5, I think that is such a good price tag to have for a player that could do really, really well. So that's the player that I wanted to talk to you guys about. And another player that I wanted to talk to you guys about is James Rodriguez, signed from Real Madrid. The problem with him is he is an injury-prone player. So, you know, last season he was injured quite a lot. The year before as well. So for me, if he can keep himself fit with Everton's new midfield, I mean, look at this midfield right now, right? I don't think he's here right now. Allen is a player that they bought, right? That is going to be playing in the midfield position. It looks like one of the central midfielders. And Decore from Watford, a really good player that done really well last season as well. He's a Premier League player. And that midfield completely changes Everton. And that gives the chance for Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison to do better. More chances, you know, if there's a better players behind him, then that's going to give them a freedom to kind of help them out. For me, I'm not going to lie to you, like, I've been slowly getting convinced on bringing in an Everton player, and I really need to look at the option. But I think, I mean, let's just have a look at the fixtures, right? Okay, a difficult game against Tottenham, but you never know. But then they have these fantastic run up here. West Brom at home, Crystal Palace away, and Brighton at home. I mean, these fixtures are really good. And I actually do want one of their players. So maybe investing in a Everton player could be the way to go moving forward. So I just thought I'll talk to you guys about these things, these transfers and these strategies and plans to kind of help you out. I am really tempted by Callum Wilson, but the problem is that means I will have 2 Newcastle players, and that's not what I really want. Is that going to hurt St. Maximin? I don't think so. I think it's going to definitely help him out even more. But because Callum Wilson's price tag is 6.5, that looks really good. 6.5, and I still got 0.5 million in the bank. And I don't know, maybe I could bring in another midfielder, but I can't see anyone that in that price range. So looking at this team, right, the plans. So I'm thinking to remove Salah. Oh, just to let you guys know that I brought in Taylor back into my team because I do want to switch my defense around depending on what game week it is. So the first plan that I've been looking at is bring in Bruno Fernandes and removing Salah. And there we go. And Fernandes has a really good game against Crystal Palace at home and moving forwards. And I do want a Manchester United player. I could hold Aubameyang. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I think. Let's just say nothing happens with my team. Remove Aubameyang in game week 3. As an example, maybe De Bruyne or something. Okay, this is in game week 3, and that's how my team's going to look like. So let's have a look at game week 3. Okay, I'm looking at these fixtures and I'm looking at which players that I really want in this fixture, right? Manchester United players, definitely. I'm looking at Spurs players against Newcastle, maybe Wolves against Wolves players against West Ham, Chelsea players against West Brom, Manchester City maybe against Leicester, depending on how Leicester City's defense is. So these are the teams that I'm looking at, right? And if we look at game week 4, I would love to bring back Aubameyang into my team. I would love to have maybe Salah or Mane against Aston Villa. But the fixture that I'm looking at is Wolves against Fulham. And as you can see, if I bring in Fernandes, then De Bruyne or Sterling, then Raul Jimenez for my second attacker here, I still got 0.5. And that 0.5 is going to help me, because if there are some price rises, I have that money in the bank to help me bring the players into my team. You should have plan B, you should have plan C, and I do have these plan, B and C plans, by like maybe going for Sterling instead of Kevin De Bruyne, and maybe I can bring in Martial instead of Raul Jimenez. There are a lot of options that I'm thinking about, and having some kind of plan might help you out make your decisions. And let's have a look at this, right? Let's have a quick look at this. If we look at the defense, right? Okay, we've got Tierney, we've got Egan, right? Not many managers are looking at Egan, and I can understand that, and Tierney as well. However, for the first 2 game weeks, really good for Arsenal to score and, an assist, and bring us a lot of points, right? So game week 3, what I can do is basically, game week 3, I could just play Taylor, and Taylor has got Southampton. Yes, I know that a lot of people will have Ings, but for my team, I don't mind playing Taylor because he's got a higher chance to keep a clean sheet than Tierney against Liverpool. That's what I'm going to be doing. And let's just say, okay, game week 4, Egan's playing Arsenal. Okay, I would just bench Egan there, and I play Tierney. Tierney's got a good home fixture against Sheffield United, and then in game week 5, I'll switch around and stuff like that. So that's the kind of plan, and I actually like that option because there's so many times where I don't want to play my defense against like Manchester City, and I want to have the option to remove. With my goalkeeper, looking at these fixtures for Southampton, I don't think I need another goalkeeper to kind of rotate McCarthy with. I think these fixtures for the first 8 is fantastic. So that is about it. Now, these plans and these things are not on everyone's mind, right? A lot of people has different ways of playing it, and Chelsea could be the players that we're going to go for. Everton players could be the way to go for. And if that's the case, if there is a lot of players that I want in my team, well, I'll just activate my wildcard, and that is it. So that is about it, guys. I hope that I have helped you in some kind of way. Subscribe if you're new, because I'm going to do my best to create a lot of videos for each game week, at least 2 videos for each game week. If I'm like free, I'll definitely make another one. But yeah, I want to play this game with you guys. I want to enjoy the game. I want to enjoy the journey. Don't forget that this is not for a month. This is a long season, guys. And yeah, that is about it. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for the views and likes on my previous video. Thank you so much for that. Subscribe if you're new, and while you're here, drop a like on the video because it does help me out a lot. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.